Hello and welcome to Lesson 3, Week 6, Revision of Division. Well, today we're doing revision of fractions, and they're those common fractions, decimal fractions, and percentages. But we're doing it in a practical application. We're doing it in a real-life situation. We're doing an activity called the Emperor's Flaw, and that helps us with understanding how much of a fraction, whether decimal, percentage, or common fraction, the Emperor's Flaw will take up. Mathematics in the real world comes in many forms. It's like taking risks, thinking logically, and solving problems. This sort of mathematics will last a lifetime and help students solve work-related and real-world problems. Today we are revisiting our understanding of fractions, symmetry, and tessellation, all concepts we've covered in the last week. And it should be a bit of fun. So, the exercise we're doing today is called the Emperor's Flaw. And our learning intention is we are learning to connect decimal fractions, common fractions, and percentages. And we'll know that we've done this if we can construct a hundreds grid and apply the relevant fractions to it. If you can understand and interchange different fractional amounts. If you can create your own design and accurately follow specifications or directions. A difficulty you might find is that the Emperor has set out specific questions he wants you to follow, and because the activity is a lot of fun, the student's imagination might get the better of them and they might not follow those directions. But it's very important to follow the directions unless you do the last star activity. You'll need a pencil, a rubber, A4 paper, scissors, a ruler, a glue stick, and texters. The language you're using today: percentage, a number out of 100. Fraction, a part of a whole quantity or number. Decimal, having 10 parts. Hundred grid, a grid made up of 100 equal parts. Whole, all the parts. Hundredths, 100 parts that make up one whole. Inventory, a list of things that are required. The instructions. Now these are very important because these are the Emperor's instructions. You have been commissioned by the Emperor Tatooine to design a floor for his palace. He is very particular about what he wants, and these are his directions. You must use 100 tiles. This is your 100 grid. Half the tiles have to be only 2 colours. You can choose the colours. So half, what would that be of 100? 50. 10% of the tiles have to be green. So 10% of 100 would be 10. 0.25 are allowed to remain white, but they don't have to be white. The Emperor loves symmetry, so think about that when you're designing your floor. The remaining fraction can be any other colours that you have not used already. There's an example which I'm going to show you now, and the Emperor will choose the best design. You must fill in the inventory attached to the floor design, which tells you the colour of the tiles, the number of squares, the fraction they represent, the decimal they represent, and the percentage they represent. Good luck. Think about this while you're doing the undertaking. What was the most efficient way to solve the problem? How can your knowledge of symmetry help you solve this problem? When have you used mathematics like this before? Once you've done this, upload your final design to Compass. You can attach it with a JPEG or a Word document. And if you need any help, you can talk to us directly, either contact myself or Julia. All right, star activity number 1. Design the Emperor's Flaw, colouring 50% of the 100 grid. Star activity number 2. Follow the Emperor's design specifications. Star activity number 3. You are a brilliant designer and do not need to follow the Emperor's orders. Design your own floor, fill out the inventory, and convince the Emperor of your design. Remember, the Emperor likes green. Here's an example. So there's my design of the floor, and here's the inventory. The colours, so I used hot pink, blue, pink, dark green, green, orange, yellow and purple. The number of squares, so I used 15 hot pink and 15 blue. The fraction, that represents 15 over 100. The decimal, 0.15. The percentage, 15%. So I did my inventory, did my square, and there's an example. And can you see the symmetry that's in my design? He likes symmetry. So there it is. So there's an example. So you do the 100 square, use whatever colours you like, whatever pattern you like. And then the inventory, what colour you used, how many squares they covered, what fraction it represented in common fraction form, what decimal fraction it represented, and what percentage it represented. And remember, decimal fraction and percentage are the same number, but then the line and the little percentage sign is on the end. I'm looking forward to seeing your flaws. Take care, all the best, bye.